Hello guys, this is your friend and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto's sensei was a hero given a second life by Kami. Part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start the fanfic. Blade fell to the ground as he watched Drake burning away into ashes due to the Daystar weapon. But soon he felt himself fading away as he was warned about the possibility of the weapon affecting his vampiric side. Well, I protected Abigail, she will carry on mine and Whistler's legacy. Blade thought as he succumbed to the darkness. Limbo Blade heard a soft voice calling his name. At first, he thought it was his mother, yet this feminine voice had a commanding tone behind the softness. Who are you? The vampire hunter asked. I'm God, the voice said, but call me Kami, I like the Japanese version of my name. Blade chuckled, well, God actually exists. I am guessing that Judgment Day came early and I'm the first one to have my fate decided. Lucky me, so which is it? Heaven or hell? Kami had a tick mark on her face. Quit being such a smartass, Blade. I am keeping your soul in limbo because I need you to do something for me. Blade retorted, find someone else, Kami. I am not interested. Kami said, I will not. You are the only one capable of doing this mission. Blade said, why should I? Kami retorted, 1. You are supposed to be alive. 2. Abigail will die by vampires instead of old age with 4 children. And 3. This task is to find yourself and lose that attitude of yours. I already have to deal with Zetsume acting like that. Blade was quiet for a moment and then answered, fine, what do I need to do? Kami smiled as she waved her hand and a picture came up. Blade looked to see a blond boy with soft cerulean eyes and 3 whisker-like marks on each cheek. His name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the son of Minato Namikaze, the Kuroi Senko and Yondaime Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki of Whirlpool. Naruto in this picture became the Jinchuriki of Kyuubi no Kitsune sealed by his father, resulting in his death. His mother died due to stress of the Kyuubi's Yukai during labor. A.N. Before anyone points out that Blade doesn't know anything about the Narutoverse, Kami made sure to implant Blade with the understanding of the world in his head before he woke up. Blade felt a little sorry for the child as he looked at him. Kami continued on. For the first 5 years of his childhood without parents, he has been poisoned, beaten, stabbed, stoned, burned and had at least 50 assassination attempts on his life. He also tried to commit suicide 15 times all by his own village. Blade clenched his fist. Who the hell would try to assassinate a child? He said, bristling in anger. Sure, he holds the harbinger of death inside him, but it is dead. It is not like it reincarnated as him. Kami shook her head at the irony of his words. Unfortunately the civilians, along with some of the Junin and Chunin don't agree with your statement, which is why I need you to train him in weaponry, archery, martial arts, and demolition. Blade said, that is not the full reason, is it? Kami smiled. Yes, you know what it is like to have something done to you without your full consent and the treatment of being unique. Do you accept? Blade said seriously, I will accept, Kami. He will be molded and shaped as a perfect blade. Kami nodded. Good, your spirit will harbor in his body along with the Kyuubi. In his mind, time is different and there you will train him for 7 years. Also set up a training regiment for the child since he will need to get the physical experience. She waved her hand and the picture changed to Naruto at 5 years old being chased by a mob. Here is Naruto at 5 years old. I am counting on you, Daywalker. Blade nodded as he jumped through the portal. As he traveled across space and time, he thought, beware, Konoha, because you don't who the you are going to deal with. Mindscape. Man, his mind is up. It must be the result of Kyuubi being sealed here. Blade muttered to himself. WHO dares to enter my domain. A booming voice suddenly cried out. Blade walked a bit forward to see a cage with the seal in the middle, and a pair of red, glowing eyes behind it. Me, fox bitch, got a problem with it. The vampire hunter said. Kyuubi growled, leave now or face the consequences. The boy is mine to control. I will have him break down and take him at his weakest moment, then he will release the seal and I will be able to destroy my master and avenge my family. That bastard caught me at my weakest moment and I will do the same to him once I am free. Blade deadpanned, so you got caught because you were PM Singh. Now that is a damn shame. Kyuubi roared, you dare to mock me. The fox sucked its paw at Blade, but the hunter simply pulled out a gun and fired a few rounds into the appendage. Blade said in a menacing tone, you will do no such thing to the boy. Due to your rage, you condemned yourself and this boy to a living hell. If you had been alert, you would have your family and he would have his. As long as I am here, you will not touch this boy. Kyuubi snorted at him, please, you insignificant mortal, my plan is to only kill the ones responsible for this prison. My so-called friend, Uchiha Madara requested me to give one of my kits to his subordinate, Orochimaru for experimentation. I refused him for that since we made a pact that we would never use our family for personal purposes. When I returned to the den, I found that they both had killed all 5 of my children and became vengeful. I raced to find him only to be caught in his ability of mind control. I could not fight it like I used to because my mind was preoccupied, and the next thing I knew I was fighting that man who sealed me. Once I was close to being sealed, he realized that I was controlled and whispered that he was sorry, and then I woke up here. Kyuubi's eyes burned with rage and hate, that is why I will take over this boy for my revenge. Blade closed his eyes and replied, Kyuubi, there are no words to describe your feelings you have, but this path you are trying to take will only lead you and the boy's destruction. If you train him in controlling your chakra and, what is called again, jutsu, I am sure he will help you find and lead your oppressors to justice. Kyuubi pondered this proposition for a moment and mumbled out, fine, damn it, but if he so much slacks off, I'm going back to my original plan. Blade rolled his eyes behind his shades, yeah, whatever, plushie. Now I need to inform our vessel of the training. Naruto, currently our young hero, was running away for his life from the mob, again. The boy ran in circles, twists, and through alleyways that only he knew how to navigate through to shake off his would-be murderers. Come back here, you damn demon, so we can kill you. You killed our Yondaime, now you pay with your blood. Naruto turned into a nearby alleyway as they shouted death threats at him. When the mob turned, they found him out of sight and began to search for him. Naruto waited and listened until there was completely utter silence, and then he lowered the camouflage fence tarp. Finally, I lost them, the Kyuubi Jinchuriki thought. Yes, good job, kid, I must say I am impressed, but we need to work more on your speed. A voice said to him. Naruto jumped and whispered as he looked around in panic, who are you? Please don't hurt me. The voice sighed, damn it, hold on a minute. Naruto answered, wah. Suddenly he became tired and slumped behind the trash cans, clear from sight. Mindscape again. Naruto suddenly woke up and saw a dark-skinned man with a black trenchcoat with matching armor and boots complete with shades. Hey, kid, he said, who are you? Why are we in a sewer? You aren't going to hurt me, are you? The boy suddenly berated the man with his question. Geez, those damn villagers made him paranoid and fearful. Blade thought. Blade answered, no, I am not going to hurt you. My name is Blade and this is your mind, not a sewer. I called you here because I was sent here to train you in Kenjutsu, Taijutsu, and Demolition. Naruto said, what is Demolition? Blade corrected with a smirk, Demolition, which is the art of making things go boom. Naruto smiled, oh, but wait, Then who is going to train me in ninjutsu and genjutsu? A new voice answered, that is where I come in. Naruto peered behind Blade to see a red-haired woman with 9 tails. She wore a tight red leather suit with matching heels, hugging her curves and 34 C-cups. Naruto suddenly said, "Pretty." The woman noticed the comment and blushed a little. "Like what you see, Naru-kun," she said, biting her finger. Blade decided at that moment to intervene before Naruto died of embarrassment. "Enough, Kyuubi, you can play with him later." Kyuubi pouted, "You are no fun." Naruto stammered, But you are supposed to be dead." Kyuubi shook her head, "Humans can't kill demons no matter how much power they have, the only way to defeat one is to seal it. You were the only one on hand and the Yondaime had no choice." He felt bad that he had to seal it inside his own son. Naruto said, "Son." Kyuubi continued, "I knew by the way he looked at you since that was my last memory of him when I was sealed." Naruto said, "But Oji-san told me that I was an orphan and my parents were killed in the attack as civilians." Kyuubi said, "He told you that because probably both of your parents had many enemies and they would try to kill you." Naruto said, "But why me?" Blade answered, "Because he knows you can handle her power since you are his son. He trusts you than any other person. If she were sealed in me at your age, I would have gone crazy, but you never gave up. That is why he chose you, Naruto." Naruto said, "But, they say I am a demon." Kyuubi said, "Hell no. You are not a demon, Naruto. Imagine that you are a demon hating all humans, what would be the first thing you would do?" Naruto answered, "I would run around, killing everyone in my path." Kyuubi said, "Correct, you are smarter than I thought you were." Naruto said, "I realized that the teachers except Iruka-sensei were more hostile when I showed progress." Blade said, "Now back to the scenario, have you ever killed anyone before?" Naruto shook his head, "Then that proves you are not a demon, Naruto." Blade said, "You only prove that you are Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki." Naruto nodded with renewed faith in himself, "You're right, Blade-san, and I will prove it by getting stronger and protecting my friends." Blade nodded as he thought to himself, Kami was right, this boy has a mysterious power, the power to change people with his words, and I am starting to change. The Daywalker said, "Let's introduce ourselves, I will go first. My real name was Eric Brooks, but then I change into Blade aka the Daywalker. I am a half-vampire with all of the strengths and none of their weaknesses except the thirst for blood. My likes are vampire hunting, my car, training, Tai Chi, my mentor Whistler, making things explode. My dislikes are vampires, the thirst, my serum to calm my thirst, assholes and Drake, he was a son of a bitch. My hobbies are meditation, training, and blowing stuff up for no apparent reason. My dream is to find a cure to my power, eliminate all vampires, and keep my mentor's daughter alive and safe." Blade then nodded to Kyuubi, who whined, "Do I have to?" The man kept staring at her until she huffed, "Fine, my real name is Yumi aka Kyuubi no Kitsune, my likes are the color red, carnage, terror, destruction, mayhem, my kits, blood, and pranks. My dislikes are humans except Naruto, fools, Madara Tem, Orochi Tem, and somewhat the Yondaime. My hobbies are hunting, interrogation, torture, and pranks. My dream is to kill Madara and Orochimaru and find a way to exist on the outside world." Blade and Naruto sweat dropped at her introduction, we all saw that coming. Naruto said, "My name is Naruto Uzumaki, my likes are ramen, Hokage Jii-san, Iruka-sensei, Tsuki Jii-san, Ayame-ne-chan, Blade-sensei, and Yumi-sensei. My dislikes are perverts, the villagers, and tests. My hobbies are pranks, drawings you will see why I need this and watching sunsets. My dream is to become the strongest ninja to protect my friends and future family. Blade said, good, now the time in your mind is slow. 1 month here is an hour out there. In here, you will be able to gain the mental experience in the mind, but not the physical. When I teach you, you will perform everything perfectly. If not, you will run 5 miles with me throwing stakes at you. Naruto gulped at the statement. Blade smirked. You will be wearing weights on each limb and they will be raised every 4 weeks. These will not show up in the outside world, but you will feel the effects. Now then, let's begin your training. And so Blade and Yumi trained Naruto each day until he could not even lift a single finger. At age 6, he learned Kaden, Hausenka no Jutsu from Yumi while his stamina and speed increased due to Blade's guidance. At age 7, he learned Fuden, Kei's no Tate, and how to fight with knives, stakes, and his all-time favorite, glaives. At age 8, Blade taught him karate and kung fu along with kenjutsu, which resulted Naruto getting his kicked on a daily basis. At age 9, Naruto inherited Blade's hobby of explosives, especially learning to make grenades. There were plenty of raw materials to make them in his world. He also learned to smith his weapon and soon made a replica of Blade's pig sticker, A.N. Gotta love that crazy vampire in the first movie. The only bad thing about that year was when Yumi gave Naruto some hands-on experience with the talk, and let's just say that Naruto was scarred for 6 months and blushed heavily at older, cute women. At ages 10 to 11, Naruto was adept in martial arts and could hold his own against Blade and Yumi for 2 hours. Blade encouraged Naruto's pranks on the village so he can increase his speed and stealth. At age 12, he was highly adept in kenjutsu and demolition. Using the explosives in his escape routes made him a better expert at it. Over time, Naruto, Blade and Yumi became close and confided in each other. His jutsu was mainly Kaden and Fuden, but mostly Kaden since Fuden was Yumi's weakest element. Now today was the graduation exam where Naruto could finally graduate since Naruto agreed to purposely fail the exam 3 times. After all, deception is a ninja's best weapon. Note: Naruto is still wearing the jumpsuit until he gets the bell test. Academy Iruka said, we will now begin the exam. When your name is called, please proceed to the testing room. The jutsu required to perform is the Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto thought confidently, PSH, kid stuff. Naruto sat up and fell into a light sleep until he heard his name called. He woke up with a yawn and proceeded to the room, where Iruka and everyone's favorite, Mizuki, waiting. Please perform the required jutsu. Iruka said. Naruto nodded and molded his chakra enough, Bunshin no Jutsu. 5 clones appeared beside Naruto, making Iruka become proud of him while Mizuki inwardly panicked. Damn it all, he was supposed to fail, now I will have to rethink my plan. The Chunin thought to himself. Naruto noticed Mizuki fidgeted a little and filed it in the back of his mind to investigate further. Soon everyone was done and had passed the exam. While the teens' parents came by and congratulate them for passing, Naruto sat under the tree with the swing, feeling the cool breeze brushed his face lightly as he watched the clouds. Then he lifted himself up to notice that 2 women an, those bitches in the anime, gossiping about him with sneers on their faces. Naruto turned his eyes upon them, making them shiver with fear from his emotionless eyes. Then he walked to his favorite hangout, Ichiraku Ramen. Blade said, Oi, make sure you limit yourself to 5 bowls. Naruto answered, hell no, this is my chance to pig out. I graduated for Kami's sake, come on, sensei, just this once. Blade sighed, fine, just this once. Damn, you remind me of Hannibal. Naruto leapt for joy as he rushed over to the ramen stand. Hey, Tsukijii-san. The old chef turned. Well, if it isn't Naruto. How have you been, boy? The jailer answered, I have been great. I finally graduated today, so today is all I can eat day. Chuki smiled. I'm glad, Naruto. So miso ramen. Naruto shook his head. Nah, I am feeling beef today. Chuki said, Yosh, beef, it is. Naruto soon went on a ramen eating frenzy which resulted with him eating up to 35 bowls. Ah, that hits the spot, Naruto said, patting his stomach. Naruto began to pull out his wallet until Chuki said, It's okay, considering the circumstances of your graduation, so this is our present to you. Naruto beamed up at the ramen cook. Thanks, Oji-san, I will see you sometime and tell Ayame that I said hi. He ran off to go off for a little night training until he saw Iruka with a look of worry on his face. Iruka-sensei. What is he doing? Naruto thought. Blade answered. Judging by the look on his face, it must be something extremely important. Yumi put in her 2 cents. If you're right, Blade, then this is going to be one heck of a battle. I believe just to be safe, you should gather intelligence and help him out if needed. Naruto nodded silently as he followed Iruka into the forest. Iruka. Why did Mizuki, of all people, steal that sealing scroll? The scarred Chunin thought. He soon approached a clearing with an abandoned shack, and in the middle of the clearing, stood Mizuki with the scroll on his back. You showed up, Mizuki said with a sneer. Mizuki, what are you thinking? Return the scroll back and I'm sure the Hokage will shorten your sentence. Iruka said, trying to persuade his friend and comrade from the path that he was prepping to take. Mizuki laughed. Forget it, Konoha was forever trying to hinder my true potential. With this scroll, I will have more power than ever before and no one will be able to oppose me. Iruka retorted, turn away from this path, Mizuki. If you use that scroll, only suffering and pain will surround your life. Mizuki sneered at him. Naive Iruka, don't you see that I don't care about anybody other than myself? Iruka shouted, what about Tsubaki-chan, what about her love for you, huh? The silver-haired Chunin said, HMPH, that Mizuki is dead. Iruka bowed his head at his words, so that is the way, huh? Fine, I see how it is. I'm sorry, Mizuki, but as your friend, I will stop you even if it means by killing you. Mizuki challenged him. Let's see you try, come on, Iruka. The two Chunin charged at each other. Iruka aimed a punch at Mizuki's head, but Mizuki countered by blocking and sent a kick to his head. Iruka fell, planting his hands and pushing both feet into Mizuki's torso. Mizuki clutched his stomach, only to allow Iruka to land a series of punches to his face and ribs. Then Iruka kicked him hard to send him flying into a tree. Mizuki coughed out blood while he got up, using the tree for support. Mizuki then flung shuriken at Iruka. The Chunin decided against blocking the shuriken and immediately rolled to the side. Mizuki performed a somersault tackle, sending both of the Chunin to the ground. Mizuki got the upper hand as he began to send blows to Iruka's head. Then he picked up the disoriented teacher and threw him to the ground. Iruka skidded until his back hit the base of a tree hard. Iruka struggled to get up, but Mizuki back-fisted him, making Iruka's jaw dislocate. You asshole, I was going to let you live, even join me, but now you leave me no choice. Mizuki snarled at the fallen Chunin. Mizuki lifted him up by the neck while pulling out an enlarged shuriken. It's over, Mizuki shouted as he moved to stab Iruka. Shink. Both of the Chunin were surprised to see Naruto holding Mizuki's arm. Naruto used that surprise to kick Mizuki away from Iruka. You okay, Iruka-sensei? He asked. Iruka coughed and smiled. I'll manage, Naruto. Mizuki smiled evilly. The demon and the pest. How fortunate, I'll bury you both together. Mizuki proceeded to attack Naruto with the shuriken, but he blocked his arm and sent a fist into Mizuki's stomach. Mizuki keeled forward, placing his face into the perfect position for Naruto to give him a scorpion kick to the face. Mizuki clutched his face, dropping the shuriken, and Naruto ran at him and delivered a roundhouse kick to the face. Mizuki rolled on the ground and made a cross sign with his middle and index fingers, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto was about to attack so that the jutsu would be disrupted until Yumi intervened. "Naruto, try gloating him into making more clones," Yumi said to him. Blade said, "Why, wouldn't make more of the bastard." Yumi explained quickly, "The Kage Bunshin is not an ordinary Bunshin, they are solid. But it evenly splits the user's chakra up, making the user weakened without the proper chakra capacity. Mizuki has low Chunin chakra level, so it will tire him quickly since this jutsu is a B rank jutsu. Naruto could perform this jutsu with ease since his chakra levels are Kage level." Naruto shouted, "Oh, come on, Mizuki-tem, you obviously think that 2 clones are able to stop me. I mean, I am a demon, I could kill you in a blink of an eye." Mizuki shouted, "Shut up." Naruto continued, "Face it, Mizuki. You're weak. Even with that scroll, you are worthless. You will always be weak. Hell, even Sakura can kick your pathetic." Mizuki exploded in anger, "I'll show you weak. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu." Sure enough, 10 clones added, but some of them were panting from exhaustion. Mizuki thought, wait, this jutsu distributes my chakra evenly to the clones. That demon spawn is trying to make me exhaust my chakra, but it will lead to his downfall." The Chunin shouted, "I caught on to your little game, demon, and it won't work. Prepare to die." Naruto slowly cracked his neck as the clones surrounded him. Then he rolled his shoulders and cracked his knuckles. "Ikuzo," Naruto said as he reacted by aiming a kick to a clone, sending it backwards. Another clone rushed forward to send a kunai into his side, but Naruto turned, grabbing his arm and sent an uppercut with his free hand. Naruto sent chakra to his arm, then grabbed the airborne clone and slammed it face first into the ground, dispelling it. 2 clones jumped from the smoke, using as a cover to ambush Naruto, but the Jinchuriki avoided the attack and moved behind the 2 to silently turn the heads in a sickening crunch, destroying them. One popped out and tried to slash him in his blind spot, but Naruto avoided the wild strike and then sweep-kicked him. Before the clone could get up, Naruto jumped up and stomped on his head. The remaining rushed at him with kunai drawn. Naruto grabbed the nearest one and head-butted it, then sent a knee to the stomach, then moved to another, taking his arm, dislocating and breaking the bone in 3 places while kicking a clone. Then he quickly did a roundhouse kick toward one of his clone's head, which connected with another. The last clone turned to run until Naruto tripped him and snapped his neck. Mizuki stood in shock as Naruto ominously towards him. The Jinchuriki said, "Mizuki, you will not escape from here. Your lust for power and arrogance will never leave here." The panicking Chunin launched his remaining enlarged shuriken at Naruto and tried to run, but Naruto caught it in the hole and threw it back at him, beheading Mizuki. Then he turned to Iruka, who was proud and shocked at Naruto's abilities and brutality. "Are you all right, Naruto?" Iruka said. Naruto said, "I'm okay if you are talking about the kill. He was a traitor, so I have no remorse for him, just for that lady Tsubaki." Iruka asked, "Where did you learn how to fight like that?" Naruto replied, "Ninja never reveals their secrets, sensei." Iruka laughed a bit, and then held his bruised ribs. "I guess I taught you well." Naruto smiled, "That you did. Now let's get you to the hospital and return that scroll." Mindscape. After he returned the scroll to the Hokage and dropped Iruka off to the hospital, he retired to his apartment and traveled to his mind since Blade requested him for one last gift. Blade said, "Naruto, I have taught you everything I know. I have nothing left to teach you and sadly my journey with you must separate from here on end." Naruto nodded. "Of course, sensei, You did told me that Kami was letting you train me for 7 years. I understand that you have to go, everybody has their own path to follow. Blade smirked. I have taught you well, my apprentice. Now I will leave you with one last gift, some of my essence. I figured that I could leave at least a part of me to watch over you. You will have superhuman strength, heightened senses, and a high pain tolerance, that is all I can give you. Naruto replied, meh, better than none. Blade chuckled, hey, I'm gonna miss that attitude of yours. Remember what we always say. Naruto and Blade said in unison, you obviously don't know who you're with. They both laughed a bit for a while. Blade said, all right then, let's begin. I feel that time is of the essence, pun not intended. Take my hand now, Naruto. Naruto did as he was instructed and felt some power jumped from Blade to him. He felt his canines grew longer as it coursed through his body and felt some burning on his neck and chest. Then Blade let go. There, the process is complete. Now go out there and kick some. The Daywalker said. Naruto felt his canines receded back to normal. You can activate with the command, Daystar, and deactivate it with the command, Nightstalker. Your eyes will be a cloudy blue and your canines will lengthen. That way, you can pass it off as a Kekai Genkai. Blade explained. Naruto nodded. I think I will call it the Daywalker bloodline. Arigoto, Sensei, I will never forget you. Blade gave him his first smile, as will I, Uzumaki Naruto. Then the vampire hunter faded slowly back to his own world, leaving Naruto alone. Then Yumi came in since she gave them a little privacy. I am gonna miss that man. Well, Kit, you have become a sharpened blade and I will take over your training and up your weights. Naruto nodded at her. She continued, good, now let's get some sleep. Naruto faded back to his world and went to sleep easily, knowing that a piece of his sensei's legacy lives on with him forever. Naruto woke up the next morning and dressed himself in black pants and a green shirt with the Konoha symbol embroidered in red and headed to the Hokage's office to discuss his battle with the traitor Mizuki. He walked in the building to the secretary's desk. She looked up and narrowed her eyes at him. Why are you here, demon? Said the secretary. Naruto snarled at her, causing her to jump. You know damn well, bitch. Don't play with me. I'm not in the mood for this. The secretary scrambled to buzz the Hokage up to inform him of Naruto's arrival while the boy walked up to his office. I hate it when they call me that. Naruto thought, seething in rage. I know, Kit, Yumi said, trying to placate the young warrior, but you can't let them get to you. It would worsen things even more if you lash out at them. Then they would call for your death. Naruto calmed down a bit as he approached the office and walked inside. The Sandaime looked up. Hello, Naruto. Naruto gave him a smile. Hey, Oji-san, how you been? Sarutobi said, fine, and you? I mean, killing at a young age can be traumatizing. Naruto replied, actually I'm better now that Mizuki-tem is dead, he was messing with my tests. Sarutobi shouted, what? Why didn't you inform me of this? Naruto said, come on, Oji-san, really. It is mostly that the council would let him go and believe that the demon was lying on him. If it was brought up, then it would have caused me more problems. Sarutobi sighed, that may be the case, but suddenly the door busted open to reveal a boy with a weird hat and a blue long scarf around his neck. He lifted his shuriken and charged as he shouted, old man, I challenge you. Then the boy's foot tripped on his own scarf, causing him to fall on the ground and the shuriken to go flying in the direction of Naruto, who lazily caught it between his fingers and pocketed it. Sarutobi sighed as he put his hand over his face. Konohamaru, why are you here? Konohamaru didn't hear him and instead shouted, who set a damn trap? A skinny man suddenly came in. I am so sorry, Hokage-sama, I should have paid attention. He turned to see Naruto and scowled at him. Come along, Konohamaru. Let's go. But the boy instead pointed at Naruto. You are the one who set the trap. Naruto shook his head. Kid, there is no trap. Konohamaru shouted. Liar. Naruto simply picked him up by the scruff of his scarf. Put him down. The man shouted. Naruto fixed him a look. Who might you be? The man answered. I'm Ebisu, an elite Jonin, and that boy you were holding is the Hokage's grandson. Naruto looked at Ebisu, then at Konohamaru, then back at Ebisu and set him on the ground. Konohamaru thought, he's just like everyone else. Until Naruto his fist and gave Konohamaru's head a good hit. He said, you think I give a flying about who he is related to? Titles aren't but shit to me. Naruto turned to the Hokage. We will finish this conversation later. Naruto stalked off to the village courtyard. Konohamaru decided to follow him while his tutor was still in shock at Naruto's striking at the honorable grandson. Street Naruto simply sighed. Kid, your stealth. Konohamaru came out from behind the camouflage tarp. Please teach me. Naruto gave him a tired look. You are going to leave, are you? The boy confirmed his question with a nod. Fine, Naruto said. I will teach you. First, we will start with some push-up. Naruto said. Konohamaru said, standing at attention. Boss. Naruto gave him an evil smile. Good, now drop down and give me 100 push-ups. Konohamaru shouted. Nani? Naruto said. Make that 150 inches. The boy grumbled at Naruto and began to do his sets of push-ups. A little while, Konohamaru eventually finished and collapsed on the ground. I hate you. Konohamaru wheezed out. Okay, I am going to teach you the ultimate jutsu that defeats all perverts, my patented sexy no jutsu. An hour later, Konohamaru eventually got the gist of it, but it was incomplete due to the cloud effect. They were doing fine until, found you. Ebisu shouted. Konohamaru and Naruto tuned to the gasping Junin. Ebisu said, Come, Konohamaru. Let us not hang out with this trash. The honorable grandson shouted, Hell no. Henge. Konohamaru was then engulfed in smoke to change into a busty brunette woman. Ebisu had a slight nosebleed while he shouted, What vulgarity is this? Konohamaru said, Damn, it didn't work. Naruto replied, Then maybe he needs a little push. Kage Bunshin no jutsu. Ebisu thought in shock, he knows the Kage Bunshin. Then 15 clones appeared in the clearing. Ebisu got over his shock, smirked as he fixed his shades. I am an elite Jonin and I am not a pushover like Mizuki. Naruto bristled. You sound like that damn Uchiha. I don't have time to mess with you. Henge. The 4 squads of Naruto transformed into a busty pigtailed woman version of himself, which resulted Ebisu to be propelled in the sky with a massive nosebleed. Naruto changed back. I knew it, he is a closet pervert. I dubbed that harem no jutsu. He turned to Konohamaru. Congratulations, kid, you mastered your first jutsu. Konohamaru cheered. I am one step closer to becoming Hokage. Naruto said, That was a baby step, you have a long way to go and you can't take shortcuts. Rest assured there will be others who will want to become Hokage. The boy stopped cheering and asked hesitantly, Is that your goal too? To become Hokage. Naruto looked at the sky. My dream is to become strong enough to protect myself and the people close to me. I don't want to be Hokage, but if I have to, I will. Konohamaru said with conviction, Then, from now on, we are rivals. I'll beat you and become Hokage. Naruto smiled at Konohamaru. I'll take your challenge, Konohamaru. Remember, to truly be able to attain true strength is to protect the ones you love and care for. With that, Naruto walked away. That Konohamaru, he is interesting, kinda reminds me of myself. He thought. Next morning, Naruto woke up at 6 a.m. to do his daily warm-up, then he made him some pancakes and eggs, then shuffled out the door with his orange jumpsuit and his visage. Academy Naruto sat down a seat next to a brooding emo kid that Naruto never noticed. "Hey, Naruto, move your," a shrilly voice said. Naruto inwardly groaned to see Sakura Haruno. "I want to sit to Sasuke-kun," Sakura said. Naruto sighed. "Fine, whatever." He moved from his seat to sit next to a shy black-haired girl. Naruto thought, "Funny, I never noticed her at all. I might as well introduce myself to her." "Hey, I'm to say that I never noticed you before seeing that you are shy. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, what's your name?" said Naruto. The girl squeaked out, I'm Hinata Hyuga." Naruto smiled. "I hope to be working with you, Hinata-chan." Hinata blushed a bit and turned away, leaving Naruto to contemplate on her reactions. Blushing, shyness, that habit of pushing fingers together. Just then Iruka rushed in. "All right, class, settle down as I call out team matchup. First off, Team 7 will be Haruno Sakura, Uzumaki Naruto, and Uchiha Sasuke." Naruto muttered, "Son of a bitch." Sakura squealed and shouted, "Love conquers all, Ino pig." A blonde girl scowled at her with envy and jealousy. Next, Team 8 will be Aburame Shino, Hyuga Hinata, and Inazaka Kiba. Team 9 is in circulation, and lastly Team 10 will be Nara Shikamaru, Akamichi Choji, and Yamanaka Ino. Ino wailed, "No, not lazy boy and food boy." Iruka coughed, "Now your Jonin senseis should arrive shortly." Then a woman with red eyes and dressed in wraps arrived. "I'm Yuhi Kurenai, Team 8, come with me." Kiba, Shino, and sadly Hinata moved toward their sensei. Next, a bearded man with a cigarette in his mouth called out, "I'm Sarutobi Asuma, Team 10, let's go." Ino kicked Shikamaru awake, then dragged him toward their sensei with Choji trailing behind eating a bag of chips as always. 2 hours later, soon everyone including Iruka sensei had gone, leaving a brooding Sasuke, a pestering Sakura, and a bored and slightly pissed Naruto. Naruto then chose to shift into lotus position and began to meditate. Sakura piped up, "Naruto Baka, what are you doing?" Naruto opened one eye and trained it on her. "I'm meditating because I'm bored and pissed at this sensei of ours. If I don't, I will end up trying to hurt her or him." Suddenly the door opened to reveal a silver-haired Junin with his headband shifted over one eye came in. How can I say this? My first impression is, I don't have like you guys. Naruto's eye twitched at the comment. "Okay. Meet me up on the roof in 5 minutes." The man poofed away, and as the 3 teammates walked up the stairs, one of them was growling dangerously. "Roof," the Junin said. "Well, then let's introduce ourselves." Sakura asked, "What do you want to know?" The man replied, "Your likes, dislikes, your dreams." Naruto said hotly, "How about you start off since you are so damn late?" The man dismissed the anger in Naruto's voice. "Fine, my name is Kakashi Hatake. I have no desire to tell my likes or dislikes, my dream is on a need-to-know basis and I have lots of hobbies." Next, Sakura said, "I'm Sakura Haruno. My likes insert squeal and blush, my dream insert high squeal, blush, and possible thoughts of whips. My dislikes are Naruto Baka and Ino pig." Kakashi's sweat dropped. "Okay, borderline obsession with Uchiha. Yep, need Anko on this one." He thought. "Okay, Emo King," Kakashi said, causing Sakura to scowl and Naruto to snicker. "I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I have many dislikes and little likes. I don't have a dream, but an ambition to resurrect my clan and kill a certain man." Kakashi thought. Like I suspected, he is obsessed with Itachi. Then the Jonin turned to Naruto. "Okay, Blondie, let's go." Naruto said in monotone. "Likes, not gonna tell you. Dislikes, villagers, rapists, perverts, power-hungry bastards, ironic, and most especially fangirls. My dream, to protect everyone I care about. Kakashi said, "You forget your name." Naruto shook his head. "Read the name tag." Kakashi peered closer to see his name tag. "Hello, my name is Yu." Kakashi's sweat dropped at it. "Besides, you know your name already," Naruto reminded him. Kakashi said, "Okay, move on, we will do survival training, the real graduation test." Sakura butted in, "But we already did that." Kakashi answered, "Yes, but there is too much graduates, so we use this test to see if you have what it really takes to be genin." The test has a 66% failure rate. Looks of shock appeared on Sakura and Sasuke's faces while Naruto sat there looking bored. The Jinchuriki yawned, "Are you done trying to scare us, cuz that shit ain't working?" Kakashi continued, "Anyway, tomorrow, you have to show your real skills, bring all your weapons and you might skip breakfast, you might throw up." Naruto thought to himself, trying to weaken us up, it is not going to work on me, Cyclops. Later that day Naruto hanged into a Junin with black shades and brown hair and bought a bingo book. Let's see. Name Kakashi Hatake. Aliases Copy Ninja Kakashi. Sharingan no Kakashi. Known for copying 1000 jutsu. Taijutsu C rank. Genjutsu B rank. Ninjutsu A rank. Status A rank status. Approach with extreme caution. Naruto dispelled the henge in an alleyway and said to himself, "Okay, so ninjutsu is a bad way to go. Genjutsu is out of the question, so I'll use taijutsu." It also said that he is chronically late by 2 hours, so that gives me enough time to plan out several plans. Okay, time to get my order. I believe that it should be in now. Naruto walked into his favorite weapons shop ever since that day. Flashback. Naruto, you need some weights and weapons to train with, so I need to henge just in case they throw you out. Blades said. A 9-year-old Naruto nodded and hanged into a brown-haired boy without whisker marks. He walked inside. The bell rang. "Welcome to Higurashi shop, where the best ninja gear and weapons are made." Naruto nervously said, "My name is Daiki, I would like to buy some weights and 20 kunai and shuriken." The owner smiled, "I'm Jin, nice to meet you, but first, release that henge." Naruto stiffened. "Shit, Blade sensei, what should I do?" Blade replied, "I sense no ill will from this man, release the henge and if his intentions are harmful, you have my permission to attack with full force." Naruto mentally nodded and released the henge. "Ah, so it's you," Jin said. Naruto immediately moved to defend himself until Jin held up his hand in a placating manner. "Whoa, calm down, I am not gonna hurt you, alright? I can understand you to be hostile since pretty much everyone says that to you, I bet." Naruto nodded, not letting up his guard. Jin sighed, "Look, kid, I know you don't trust me, but I'm not like those stupid villagers. I know you are discriminated because of your condition. Besides, if that condition kicked in, you would have killed us by now." Naruto relaxed his guard. "How can I know I can trust you?" he asked suspiciously. Jin smiled. "Let's just say you remind me of someone like you and the things are free of charge this time." Naruto smiled. "Thanks, Jin-sama." Jin smiled back. "Just call me Jin, Jin-sama makes me feel old." The Jinchuriki grinned. "Alright, Jin, I will see you sometime, okay?" Jin waved as he watched Naruto ran out. "Hey, he reminds me so much of you, Kushina-chan, you would be proud of him." The man thought as an image of a red-haired woman with blue-green eyes smiled down on him. Flashback ends. Shop. "Hey, Jin, I'm back," yelled Naruto. Jin and a brown-eyed girl wearing a pink Chinese shirt and buns in her hair came out from the back. "Hey, Naruto, how are you doing?" the man said. Naruto smiled. "Great, may I ask who this is?" The girl smiled. "I'm Tenten Higurashi, his niece." Naruto shook her hand. "Nice to meet you, Tenten. Are you by chance a shinobi?" Tenten said, "Why yes, I am." "How do you know?" Naruto said, "No girl these days would have calluses on their hands or focus on their skills than getting their so-called pretty boy. Nice to meet another girl who takes their training seriously." Tenten frowned. "Sadly, you are right. Those kunoichi are nothing but fangirls. It's a disgrace." Naruto turned to Jin. "Is my uniform and weapons ready?" Jin nodded, holding a bag. "Yep, bagged up and ready to go." "Here is my sword." Naruto set the bag down and unsheathed the sword, double-edged, chakra-reinforced, titanium blade. "Acid-edged. Good. Perfect." Naruto said. "Those drawings did come in handy. See Chapter 1 if you are confused about the drawings." Naruto smiled. "Thanks, Jin. I better go home. I need to plan for my survival training with Kakashi hentai." Jin said, "That chronically late Kakashi is your sensei?" Naruto said, "Unfortunately yes." Jin shook his head and sighed. "Well, good luck, Naruto." The Jinchuriki nodded at Jin and waved at Tenten as he walked out. Geez, to think he would have Kakashi of all people. Jin muttered. Tenten said, "Uncle, it could be worse, he could have Guy-sensei." Jin's face twisted in horror as images of green spandex, bowl cuts, and thick eyebrows came to mind. Next day, Naruto woke up and ate breakfast, then he looked at the bag and dressed himself up in his new clothes. Picture Blade's outfit from Blade 2. "Blade, I will make you proud in your image." He put on his shades as he walked out the door with his sword on his back. "Let us welcome chaos," he said as he put on his shades and walked out the door. 10 minutes before Kakashi came, Naruto walked calmly to see a pissed Sakura and Sasuke. "You're late," Sakura shouted. Naruto shrugged at her and sat on a nearby stump. "What's with the new clothes, Dobi?" Sasuke said. Naruto retorted, "What? A guy can't change into some new clothes once in a while?" Sasuke scoffed. "Doesn't matter, Dobi, just don't get in my way." The Jinchuriki rolled his eyes behind his shades. "Yeah, you can't be cooler than Sasuke-kun anyways." Sakura piped up, trying to gain favor with his crush. Yeah, keep kissing the Uchihas. Maybe you just might get some from his little screw." Both of his teammates flushed at Naruto's comment and Sakura was about to punch Naruto until Kakashi poofed up. "Yo!" Sakura shouted, "You're late." He ignored her and set an alarm clock down on a nearby stump. "It's set for noon." The copy ninja said, "You have to get these 2 bells from me before time's up. If you don't have a bell, I will tie you to one of the stumps and eat a bento in front of you." Sakura and Sasuke's stomachs growled loudly in protest. Kakashi continued, "There are only 2 bells, so one of you is going to be tied to the post and sent back to the academy. So if you want them, come at me with full force." Sakura said, "But, you'll be in danger." Naruto said, "Sakura, I am pretty sure that he is not a Junin for nothing." Kakashi said, "All right then, let's begin. Start." Everyone moved instantly. Sasuke and Sakura hid in the bushes while Naruto sat on top of a stump. Kakashi said, "You know when I say start, you are supposed to fight me." Naruto unsheathed his sword and slammed it into the stump, then shrugged off his trenchcoat, showing his well-built muscles. Sakura blushed. "Oh god, he was hiding that. Wait, no, I love Sasuke-kun, not Naruto baka." The cherry blossom thought. Naruto cracked his neck, shoulders, and knuckles, and then slipped into his stance after setting up a boom box down. "Why do you have a boom box here?" Kakashi asked quizzically. The boy answered, "I like to fight with music sometimes." Mortal Kombat theme plays. Naruto tightened his headband, then he rushed forward at Kakashi, who was surprised at the speed. Naruto let loose a flurry of punches, making Kakashi move to avoid them with some difficulty. Kakashi aimed a kick at Naruto's torso, but the Jinchuriki caught it with ease and twisted his foot, making Kakashi spin in the air and fall on the ground. Kakashi got up and turned to look at Naruto holding an orange book, flipping rapidly through the pages. Man, Kakashi, are you that deprived to read smut? Naruto said. Kakashi quickly kicked him away and caught the book in his hand, checking it out for damages. Naruto coughed out. Wow, a man who is chronically late and reads porn in front of underage children. This team is sure to make it fun if it pass, that is. Naruto attacked with a flying kick, but the copy ninja grabbed his leg and swung him to the ground. Naruto immediately put his hands forward, saving his face, and sent his left leg into Kakashi's torso. Kakashi released his hold on the Jinchuriki's leg. Kakashi-sensei, I advise you to put away that book or you might get hurt. Naruto said. Kakashi thought, but, he is supposed to be the lowest in the class, was he holding back all this time? The Jonin put away the book as he slipped into the Goken stance. Now we are getting serious, although it is not your true power, but then again, I'm not showing mine either. Kakashi's eye widened in shock at the comment. Sasuke seethed in anger and awe. Just how strong are you, Dobi? I will find your power and defeat him. Sakura whispered. Sugoi. Kakashi questioned. When did you get this strong? Your taijutsu is at least mid-chunin. Naruto answered. Well, I did a lot of push-ups, ate healthy, and drank a lot of juice. Look, sensei, as much as I enjoy this conservation, how about we get started? Naruto rushed him again as Kakashi thought, this is an interesting team. Sasuke the Uchiha watched in awe and jealousy as Naruto and Kakashi fought solely with taijutsu. Pissed. Sasuke-tem, over here. Sasuke turned to see Naruto waving. How the hell are you fighting Kakashi with a mere normal bunshin? Sasuke shouted. Shish, not so loud, Kakashi is fighting a cage bunshin. They are solid unlike the illusion bunshin. Naruto said. I figured out the test, it's teamwork, we need to team up to get the bells. Sasuke replied. HMPH, I knew you would screw up. Naruto retorted hotly. I have not screwed up. His ninjutsu and genjutsu are his strongest points and I am using only taijutsu to keep him occupied. Sasuke said. Whatever, just step back and watch the pros handle it. Naruto said. Mate, Sasuke. Kuso. That damn Tem is going to ruin it. I hope I got through to Sakura. Kakashi. Naruto is not giving me any time to spare for ninjutsu or genjutsu. TCH, what a predicament I am, Kakashi thought before a rain of kunai came at him and Naruto. The two parted to avoid the deadly projectiles. What the hell, Tem? The real Naruto shouted. Sasuke said. Be quiet, you fool. I will finish what you started now. Naruto retorted. You asshole. We need to work Tog. Sasuke proceeded to do hand signs that Kakashi instantly recognized. Kakashi shouted. Sasuke, stop. Kaden. Gukaku no Jutsu. Sasuke shouted, blowing a great fireball at the two-point blank. Both student and sensei were engulfed in the fiery death trap, making Sasuke smirk only to frown to see only Naruto coughing from the smoke with no Kakashi in sight. What the, Uchiha? You almost killed me with the fireball. Naruto shouted angrily. Sasuke said, you moved, didn't you? From the speed you are going at it with Kakashi, I knew you would be fine. Naruto said, you son of a. Suddenly a voice froze the two boys. Doden, Shinju Zanshu no Jutsu. A hand grabbed each of the boys' ankles and pulled them down into the ground. Sasuke, that was rash and very irresponsible of you to do. He's your teammate, Kakashi said. Sasuke scowled. He moved, didn't he? Besides, he was in the way. Kakashi saw that he was not going to get anywhere with him and settled for a sigh. Fine, if you feel that way, I'll just leave you to reflect out your careless actions. Naruto, you are going to stay there since you proved to be a problem against me. Naruto said. 2 words, sensei. Cage bunshin. Naruto disappeared in a puff of smoke. Son of a, Kakashi said as he rushed toward the forest to the most likely place that the teen would go to. Sakura the cherry blossom ran heavily through the forest in search of her object of affection, the undisputed most arrogant asshole in the world, Uchiha Sasuke. I recognized that sound anywhere. Sasuke-kun performed his legendary Gukakyu. He must be in trouble if he had to use that. The pseudo-kunoichi thought, I bet Naruto is getting in his way as always. Give him a sword, shades, a new wardrobe and those hot arms of his and he is all that. Did I just think that? Suddenly a hand grabbed her waist and Sakura was going to scream out until another hand clamped over her mouth. She resorted to biting the assailant's hand, but the man would not relent and only grunted at the pain. The assailant hissed, "Pipe down, Sakura, and shut up. It's me, Naruto." Sakura relaxed a bit. Naruto said, "Now I am going to let go now and you can't scream or yell at me now or Kakashi-sensei will find our asses. If you understand, nod your head." Sakura nodded her head slowly and Naruto's grip on her waist and mouth were soon gone. Sakura said, "You are definitely Naruto. Now what did you do to Sasuke-kun?" Naruto said, "Nothing. The asshole tried to get Kakashi by shooting a jutsu at him with me engaging him. Then we both got caught in Sensei's jutsu, but I managed to substitute myself with a nearby shadow clone and moved to find you." Sakura said, "For what? What can I do?" Naruto said, "This test is not about only getting the bells, but using teamwork to get the bells. I tried with Sasuke only he is stuck neck deep into the ground. Plus though you have no actual skills due to your fangirlism, I just need you to make traps. Throw kunai and shuriken at Kakashi and keep moving that way Kakashi can't pinpoint your location." "But what about Sasuke-kun?" Sakura said worriedly. Naruto replied, "I'll send some Kage Bunshin to dig him out while I'm engaging Sensei. So just worry about the traps, okay?" But unfortunately fate decided to let the alarm clock ring. "Damn, time's up." Stumps Kakashi looked on a haggard Naruto, a disappointed Sakura, and a tired, disheveled, dirty and pissed off Sasuke tied to a stump. Kakashi spoke to them in a disapproving tone, "You three look hungry and Naruto, I am amazed at your skill in taijutsu and speed though I was holding back." Naruto snickered, "Really?" Then he lifted one of his pants legs showing the weights. "'Cause I was not either." Kakashi turned to Sakura, "Although you did absolutely nothing to even attempt to get the bell because of your fangirl attitude, you eventually agreed to work together with Naruto." Sakura brightened up at the comment that her sensei gave her. "As for you, Uchiha, you should give up a shinobi." The Jonin said, "What? You would pass a useless fangirl and Adobe pass but not an elite Uchiha?" Sasuke shouted, struggling against his bonds. Naruto was about to protest against Sasuke's outburst to Sakura's defense, but Kakashi beat him to the chase. "Yes, I would. Unlike you, she made the correct choice in teaming up with Naruto while you deliberately refused Naruto's offer and almost killed him. You were supposed to be a part of the team, so learn to act as one and stuff your shitty superiority complex attitude." Kakashi shuffled over to the stone slab. "Look at these markers with all the heroes of our village, but the ones here died in the line of duty. My best friends' names are on here." Naruto and Sakura had looks of sympathy on his face while Sasuke looked impassive. Kakashi said, "Okay, I'm giving you one more chance. If you are prepared to continue, eat your bento and no sharing with Sasuke. Either one of you feeds him, you fail. My word is law, got it?" Kakashi then poofed away. Naruto and Sakura ate the bento silently until Sasuke's stomach growled with a loud rumble. Then Naruto shoved the bento in front of him, saying, "Here, Sasuke, eat." Sakura said, "But Kakashi-sensei told us not to." Sasuke meekly nodded. "I don't give a about Kakashi's orders. He told us not to eat this morning and I didn't listen because I needed any strength." With him not eating anything will only hinder our ability to get the bells. Sakura, feed him, he may be an asshole but we got to live with it. Sakura nodded and began to feed the Uchiha. What the? I just say. Kakashi shouted as his head peered out of the smoke. We gotta stick together, we are a team now. Sakura stammered. Kakashi said, you, pass. Naruto said, quirking an eyebrow, masked. Say what? Kakashi replied, most of you have been following my orders like little robots except Naruto. A shinobi must look underneath the underneath. Those who fall to follow orders are trash, but those who abandon their teammates are worse than trash. Naruto smirked. You got to admit, that was kinda cool. He thought to himself. Kakashi said, Team 7, your duties will commence tomorrow. Sakura smiles softly but sadly. I'm a ninja now and with Sasuke-kun, so why do I feel so sad? She thought to herself. Naruto looked at her. Sakura, you did well, but you should focus more on Long Akunoichi than on Sasuke and maybe he might notice you. He whispered. Sakura nodded. Thank you, Naruto. Sasuke thought. I'm one step closer to killing him. Each of them went to their homes pondering their thought. This is Scarecrow, report in. Kakashi said into the microphone. This is Blossom, I am in position. Sakura said. Sasuke reported. Emo Avenger, here. Naruto, I despise you. Naruto retorted. Blade in position, and you too, you emo bastard. Maybe next time you will think before you speak. Target sighted and apprehended, confirmed with ribbon on right ear. Kakashi nodded. Good, then mission. Find Tora as a success. Tower Team 7 pitied the cat in its attempt to escape the grasp of its owner, Lady Shijimi. Poor Tora. Poor little kitty, I almost thought you died. The Hokage cleared his throat as he spoke. Now the next assignments are babysitting for the village council, run errands to the neighboring village, help dig up yams. Naruto interrupted. Hell to the no, I simply refuse to do any more chores. Sarutobi simply eyed him. I'm sorry, Naruto, I would give you guys a C rank, but Team 8 already took it. Suddenly a messenger hawk came up from the window and Iruka, assisting the Hokage, went forward and read the note. His face suddenly twisted with horror as he finished scanning the letter. H. Hokage-sama, why you need to read this? The Chunin stammered out. The Sandaime took the letter and his face turned grim as his gray eyes skimmed it. Kakashi, it appears that Hinata Hyuga and their sensei, Kurenai Yuhi have been captured by the alleged demon of the mist, Zabuza Momochi. Their client lied to them because he couldn't afford a mission higher than a C rank. This mission is officially an A- rank now and your skills as an assault team are needed. Your mission is to get both Kunoichi and continue their mission as well. The Hokage said in a serious tone. Kakashi nodded and turned to his team. You have exactly 20 minutes to get ready. All three of the genin nodded and sped off to prepare for their journey. Why would Zabuza kidnap Kurenai-sensei and Hinata-san? According to his profile in the bingo book, he wouldn't do that, it just doesn't add up at all. Naruto thought. Yumi spoke up in his mind. What is wrong, Naruto? Naruto shouted in his mind. What in the nine hells were you doing? I have been trying to reach you for weeks. Yumi shrugged. What? I need to sleep for once in a while. Naruto's sweat dropped. You slept for 4 weeks. What caused you to sleep for? You know what? I don't want to know. Yumi mused. Good, now what is the situation? Naruto began. It is this guy, his name's Momochi Zabuza, the demon of the mist. He captured Kurenai Yuhi and an acquaintance of mine named Hinata Hyuga. Usually someone with a reputation like his would kill them on the spot, but he spared them. Yumi replied. This Zabuza might see some potential in the Hyuga and use the sensei for pleasure, or he was hired to capture them, but you need to find out the reason. Naruto concluded. The only way to do that is to get to Wave quickly. We don't how much time they have left and I feared that there is only a little. Wave Gado's tree house, are you sure that they are virgins? The short man named Gado asked. Zabuza grunted, the girl is a fresh genin, so I know that she is one. Plus the red-eyed bitch attacked me ferociously when I asked her the question up front. Gado replied, good, then one of your jobs is complete, now the last thing you need to do is to kill that annoying pest Tazuna. Soon this land will be under my thumb completely. Zabuza stared at him, when is the ritual going to take place? Gado answered, a week from now, then you can kill Tazuna. Zabuza nodded silently and laid back, allowing his apprentice Haku to tend to his injuries. First, I will take out that dog boy and pay him back for that drill attack, and his little dog too. He thought with malice. River Konoha. Wave 2 hours later Team 7 saw the battlefield covered with craters, claw marks, puddles, dead bugs, and blood. Damn, they were mixing it up here. Naruto thought. Kakashi said, seems like the claw marks and craters are the results from skirmishes with Kiba and Zabuza. The blood might be from Hinata, Kiba, Kurenai, or Zabuza. Highly unlikely that Shino is hurt since he is a long-range fighter. Sakura said with sympathy, I hope that they are all right. Kakashi ordered, let's keep moving. Sasuke thought, this Zabuza might be a challenge to see if I can kill him. Wave Tazuna's house. Ow, that hurts. Kiba howled out. Tsunami admonished him. Then stop fidgeting, you have a deep gash in your side and we have to reapply the dressing every few hours. You were lucky I used to be a nurse before I got laid off. Shino said, it's a good thing that Hinata warned you in time or else you would have been dead. Kiba growled, clenching his fist, I swear I am gonna to kill that monster for taking Sensei and Hinata. Shino said with reason, it's highly illogical. In your condition, you would lose in a matter of minutes with or without Akamaru, leave the avenging to me and the reinforcements. Kiba sulked as he muttered, fine. Then he turned to Tsunami, how is Akamaru? Tsunami said, he is fine, his leg is healing up fast, but I think he should rest, so it can heal properly. Tazuna said lamentably, it is my entire fault. Shino said, what's done is done, there is nothing that you could do to change it. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. Tazuna went downstairs with Shino trailing behind in case of an attack. The door opened slowly to reveal Team 7. Shino, Naruto said. The Aburame addressed them, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi-sensei. Kakashi replied, hey, Shino. Are you all right? Shino replied in monotone, Kiba and I are fine, but he has sustained injuries to his lower abdomen and some lacerations on his arms. Akamaru has a deep gash on his front right leg and resting peacefully. Sakura let out a sigh, that is a relief. Tazuna said, come inside before somebody suspects something. They came inside and sat on the table. Kakashi ordered, okay, Shino, brief me on the events. Shino said, apparently, Zabuza is hired by Gado of the Gado Shipping Inc. He appears to be a legit businessman, but he makes dealings in the black market and he is a ruthless criminal that hires mercenaries and nuke Nin. He starts by buying out companies and takes over countries. Kakashi said, so since he controls the marine transportation, Tazuna is a target because of the bridge, but why capture Kurenai and Hinata and not get a ransom for Tazuna or kill for that matter? Shino said, I deduced that Gado is going to use them as slaves or something far more sinister. Sasuke huffed, who would wanna use a weakling as a slave? Shino buzzed angrily, but Naruto slapped his teammate's hand, attaching a strange device on his head. Look, being a slave is no laughing matter, especially with Kunoichi. If you dare joke about this matter or belittle anyone on this mission, that device on your head will send excruciating jolts of electricity coursing through your head, eventually destroying your eyesight, thus your Uchiha lineage will end. If you try to take it off, it will still send electricity through your brain. Now am I making this clear to you, Uchiha? Naruto said with a glare. Sasuke shut his mouth in fear of losing his prized bloodline. Naruto voiced, I say that we should gauge a frontal assault on the hideout. Once we do recon, I'm sure that they don't know anything about reinforcements. Kakashi said, though that is a good idea, we will focus on protecting Tazuna for now. We don't know what will happen to Kurenai and Hinata, so we will lay low until then. But I am going to increase your training exercise. Sakura protested, but what will extra training do against Zabuza? He was powerful enough to defeat and capture both Hinata and Kurenai-sensei. Plus he might attack at any given moment. Shino pushed up his glasses. Actually we did enough damage by Hinata and Kiba, and his injuries will not recover until a week's rest. Sasuke said, so we'll train while we're waiting. Oh, boy, more ninja, like that will work on Gato. They turned to see a boy in overalls. Oh, sorry, this is my grandson, Inari. Tazuna said, introducing the small boy. Inari continued, you might as well give up or you'll end up like that dog boy and those ladies. Tsunami walked up. Inari, what did I tell you? Inari said, it's the truth, no one can beat Gato or his men. Naruto began to chuckle, is that so? They all turned to the black-clad ninja, then I'll bring Gato's head served on a silver platter. Naruto said with a smile. Inari said, whatever, I'm going to watch the ocean from my room. Naruto followed him to talk to him until he heard Inari crying, Daddy. The boy sobbed. Naruto turned thinking that it wasn't the time to deal with Inari's attitude. Next day, all right, you guys are going to climb trees. Kakashi said. Sakura's sweat dropped. Sensei, I'm pretty sure we can all do that. Shino pushed up his shades as he commented, I believe that he means that tree-walking exercise. Kakashi quirked an eyebrow, you heard of it. Shino answered, Kurenai-sensei mentioned that we would do it while protecting Tazuna. Kakashi said, well, then I will show you this exercise, watch. Kakashi made the ram seal and a small wave of chakra emitted from his feet, then he walked up the tree to his students' surprise. The trick is to gather the right amount of chakra to the soles of your feet and climb up a tree. This will benefit you since you haven't been controlling chakra properly. Right now, when you do a jutsu, you usually expend more than the amount and tire you out. If you master this, you can do any jutsu with ease. Sasuke smirked. Sakura had an expression of awe while Naruto and Shino were both impassive. Kakashi whipped out 4 kunai and threw it at their feet. Use those to mark your progress and try running up the tree then walking up it. You guys haven't been able to get used to it like I have. Sasuke boasted, with this training, I will master it in a matter of minutes. Naruto rolled his eyes at the statement. The genin all did the ram seal and the same force emitted from their feet. Each of them ran at the trees at full force. Sasuke ran up a few feet until his foot suddenly cracked the bark, pushing off it and slashed the tree. Shino had the same result as Sasuke, but he got a bit further than the esteemed Uchiha. Naruto got up the tree, but he was lower than either of the boys. Yumi said, damn, I knew I forgot something to teach you. Naruto retorted, why again do I put up with you? Yumi said, because I'm causing Naruto to sweat drop. This is pretty easy, Sakura said. They all look up to see Sakura sitting on a high branch. It looks like the best at chakra control is Sakura. Kakashi said, peering over his book. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Naruto said sarcastically. Sasuke thought, I can't believe it, she got farther than me. A useless fangirl. Kakashi said, okay, Sakura, I want you to keep going, so you can increase your chakra capacity. When you feel lightheaded, you can stop. The rest of you continue. Sasuke and Shino nodded in silence and ran at the tree again. Naruto walked up to the tree and transferred chakra to his foot to place it on the trunk. The tree cracked under the pressure, making Naruto think hard. Too much chakra. I need to calm myself, I'm getting too agitated. Sasuke saw this and starts to gloat. Hey, Dobi, finally giving up. Naruto ignored him, becoming relaxed and calm, then he proceeded to walk up the tree slowly. Kakashi watched as the black-clad assassin passed Shino's marker, then Sasuke's marker. Soon he moved up to where Sakura stopped and sat on a branch without a word, leaving an astonished Kakashi, a seething Sasuke, and a curious Shino. Interesting, he is completely different from the boy from the academy. Kakashi thought with a hidden smile. Naruto said, Sensei, do you mind if I practice my katas? Kakashi shook his head, and with that, Naruto jumped down and began to practice his moves. After a couple of days, Kiba was able to get up and began to do the exercise along with the rest of the genin. Everything was smooth until that night at dinner. Chizuna's house. If you guys are thinking about the story about Inari's father, then no. 1. It is so troublesome to write, and 2. It takes too much time, so pretend that Shino told them the story and that Haku encounter happens after this part. The table around was quiet. Well, except Kiba's loud conversations with Akamaru, but still everyone was silent. Inari glared at Naruto eating quietly, then Kaisa's Remember, they know already. Image seems to overlap Naruto's body. Naruto noticed that the boy had running tears on him. Kid, what's the matter? Asked Naruto. Inari yelled, why the hell you guys bother to try so hard? No matter what you do or no matter how hard you train, you're nothing to Gato and his men. When facing the strong, the weak will only end up getting killed. Naruto shrugged. Your point. Inari continued, I'd hate to be you. You don't know nothing about wave, but you make claims you can't keep. What the hell you know about me? I'm different. While you acted so cool and calm about everything, you don't know how hard life can be. Suddenly something snapped within Naruto. I don't know how hard life can be. Tell me, have you even been hated or discriminated for something out of your control? Have you ever grown up without parents? Wait, you have your parents, why am I asking you? Have you ever been beaten, burned, and poisoned before? If all answers are no, then stop crying about that shit, because they are people who have been in the same position as you. Face it, your dad is dead and you feel betrayed, yet you sit in your room crying about it. Are you looking for a pity party or something? Your father was be so ashamed of him, wishing he could die 1,000 times than watch you drowning yourself in tears, you brat. Inari's eyes welled in tears as Naruto's words hit him hard. I'd hate to be you. The Jinchuriki said in contempt, you know nothing about me and assume I have it made. You have a mother and grandfather while I had nothing until I turned 6, so be grateful for what you have, you jackass. Sakura slammed her palms. Naruto, enough. But she flinched back as Naruto glared at her with cold blue eyes. Don't bother coming after me or I will seriously hurt or maim you. Naruto said coldly as he leapt into the night. Did all that happen to him, sensei? Kiba said, shocked at the outburst. Kakashi said, Kiba, that version was only G-rated. Each of the genin including Sasuke pondered on what made Naruto received such treatment. Later, Inari was outside sitting on the pier when Kakashi popped up. Might if I join you? The Cyclops said. The Jonin sat beside the boy as he spoke. Naruto never mean what he said, but indeed he had a rougher past than you. No parents and no friends, but despite that I have never seen him cry or complain about it. He's always doing his best and wants to protect anything or anyone close to him. For that, he will risk his life for that dream. He knows what strength is, and Naruto may be the one who understands your feelings the most. Inari turned to the silver-haired ninja. What? Kakashi looked at the stars as he said, Naruto can't help but to care about you. Forest. Gra. Naruto screamed as he punched a tree into splinters. Yumi tried to placate him. Naruto, calm down. You just tire yourself out. Naruto retorted, leave me the hell alone. I need this, I need to release all of this pent-up anger. If I don't, I might hurt myself and the people around me. Plus that kid pissed me off to the deep end. If I don't do this, I might kill Sasuke for the next comment he makes. Yumi said, shoot, I would kill that arrogant little shit in a heartbeat. Naruto said, then I would be ranked as a nuke nin for killing their precious Uchiha, so that is not gonna happen. Yumi mumbled, I still say to do it. Naruto ignored her remark and proceeded to desecrate the forest. Next morning Haku walked down to the dungeon to check on the prisoners. In this FIC, Haku will be a boy and his hairstyle is like Itachi's when he was in Anbu and the rest of the hair is wrapped in a ponytail. He calmly walked up to the bars, but make sure not to move any closer since the bars chakra making them weaken to an extent. Are you two all right? He asked a shivering Hinata and a glaring Kurenai. What do you want, Haku? The Jonin spat out in venom. Nothing in general, I wanted to see that you are well cared for. Unlike Gato and Zabuza Dono, I am not heartless. Hinata began to cough and shiver uncontrollably, making Kurenai look at her with concern. She has a fever, Haku stated. Kurenai looked at the androgynous boy. You're a medic. Haku said, yes, I am. Who do you think healed Zabuza from those bar fights? I am going to have to get some herbs from the forest. I'll be back. Haku bowed and rushed away from the jail cell. Forest Haku looked around to find a small acre had been destroyed. Damn, someone was pissed off. Then in the middle, he saw a blond boy clad in black on the ground with his Hittite. They must have sent for reinforcements then. Haku reached out as if he was going to choke him, but Naruto's hand grabbed his waist. Naruto said, sneaking up on people is not a good idea against a ninja. Haku said, you'll catch a cold sleeping out here. Naruto groggily got up. Well, may I ask who you are? Haku answered, Haku and you. The shinobi replied, Uzumaki Naruto. Nice to meet you, but why are you here in a place like this? Haku indicated the basket. My friend has a high fever, so I am collecting herbs for medicine. Why were you out here? Naruto said, venting out some frustration. One of my friends was kidnapped by Gato and a kid pissed me off. Haku said, you will become strong as long as you protect that friend of yours. Naruto inwardly smiled as images of Hinata, Yumi, Blade, Sakura, Kakashi, Shino, Kiba, and somewhat Sasuke. I will, Haku, or should I say Hunter Nin? Naruto said. Haku stiffened but Naruto rose his hands up in a calming manner. Don't worry, he said. I don't want to kill you, but I need to know Gato's location. He is the root of all this suffering and anguish and I need to rescue Hinata. Haku said, how? Naruto answered, the dog boy. Kiba recalled that Zabuza smelled like crab cakes, but another scent your scent smelled like peppermint. I sent chakra to my nose and caught your scent. The ice boy said, you need to hurry. Gato mentioned some kind of ritual involving them. Something about virgin's blood. Yumi said, oh shit. Naruto asked, Sensei, what is it? The vixen said, that ritual involves two virgins and their blood. If that's complete, then the one who initiated the ritual will possess a power of a superhuman, but it can only happen on a full moon. Naruto thought, shit, that's tonight. Yumi said, then you must be swift. Naruto said, do you have a map of Gato's hideout? Haku nodded and reached inside his yukata, pulling it out. Naruto said, good, now when you guys hear silence, I want you and Zabuza to hide yourselves somewhere on the middle floor, then escape off with Kurenai-sensei and Hinata-san. I will deal with Gato. Haku nodded at the plan. Now go before one of my teammates finds you. Haku sped off while Naruto jumped into a stream to make sure that Kiba or Shino wouldn't catch the scent. I got to do this alone. I am sure Kakashi-sensei will not consider this statement seriously, especially with that grudge against Yumi-sensei.